Hello everyone and welcome to So Many Games at a Time. My name is Joachim and today we will be unboxing the quite big Hybris Disordered Cosmos. Now this is the VFI box that I have just received. So I live in Hong Kong, so normally we get things early, but I think this was produced in Europe, so we got this really late. There's people who got their copies like 4 months ago. But I'm still gonna do an unboxing because I'm excited and yeah, I just wanna do it, honestly. So I'm gonna take this out, not live because it's gonna be a struggle, but I'm gonna take this out and then I'll get back to you. Okay, so you can see Hybris Disordered Cosmos Love and Hate. That's not it. Here you see Hybris Disordered Cosmos Cataclysm, but that's not it. Here you have Divine Betrayal, but that's not it. And here you have Apollo, but that's not it, because this is the base game and we're gonna check that out first and then we're gonna check out everything else. So yeah, I'm really excited. Okay, so here we go. You see Introfin Games, Aurora Game Studio. The designer's name is not here, it might be somewhere else, so look at the side first. So it says here 30 minutes per person. English, British version, 14 plus, 2 to 4 players. Okay, I like the art. This might be a bit too close. Well, I guess it's still okay to see the art. All right, on the other side. And then the other side, because they're all different. And then we'll also see the bottom of the box. Become a god of Olympus. You can see it's pretty huge. Play as an Olympian, visit mythical locations, create technologies, take part in combat, complete quests. And the designer's names is just really not on there, which is a bit strange or original, I don't know. Yeah. Okay, maybe it's just everybody at Aurora Studios who did it. All right, so let's open it up. Okay. There's, wow, thanks to our backers. Very, very, very cool. And I always like that they have art on the inside. Always important. All right, so I'm gonna put it like this so I can easily check the rulebook. All right, and this is the rulebook. Very pretty. I really like the art style of this. All right. Okay. Nice pages as well. Okay, I like the color as well. So the setup, important rules. Apparently this game is known for being quite rule heavy. You definitely need several plays to get your head around everything and know how to play and what's important and so on. So it's not an easy game. Requires some efforts, but they do say the rulebook is good, that it has a lot of examples, that it really helps you, and a lot of things that people say, I wonder if I can do that, and they can actually find it in the rulebook, which is not always the case for a lot of games. So that's good. Yeah. It looks good. A lot of pictures, a lot of examples, so that's always a positive. Alright, dual mode. And scenarios, variants, appendix, and the index. Alright. Then we have the art of Hybris Disordered Cosmos, the art book. Alright, so let me just do it like this because of the glare. Well, it says 20 years. It took us 20 years to accomplish the vision of the Hybris universe. Okay, so I guess this was 20 years in the making. See the prototype stuff? That's kind of cool. Zeus, Poseidon, Athena, Hades, and the evolution of all of them. It's cool to see. I like it. Alright. The Moirai. Mortal World. Technologies. Quests. Yeah, really cool. I really like this art style. Divine Betrayal. Hermes. Prisoners. Avatars. Love and Hates. Aphrodite and Ares. Cataclysm, Artemis, and the Hanger. The Mechas, pretty cool. Yeah, it said they had inspiration also from Saint Seiya. I can see that. I'll pull exploration cards. Okay, cool. Alright, here we start with some of the boards. Now, I'm going to stop the video because this always makes a ton of noise if you want to open this. Okay, and this brings us with the first problem with the game that I've read many times, that the text is small because they made the art bigger. So it makes the game beautiful, but also sometimes difficult to read if you want to read other text that's farther away. So this is Zeus, but it does look really nice. So this is double layered, as you can see, right? It's just black. Hades. And Poseidon. Alright, and they're all very asymmetric, okay? Athena. Here we have the technologies, if I'm not mistaken. The back of the technologies looks nice as well. You can see the text is really quite small. Yeah. So I can imagine that causes a problem. But then, you know, BGG after a while might have explanations that you can, like cheat sheets for the technologies that you can just print off, so it's easier to know what's there. I don't know, I'm just guessing that might be there. Here are the standees, which was, I think, might not be used. I don't know if I have miniatures for all of them, but we'll see. Okay, definitely very nice though. Alright, so I'll pause and take this out. Okay, so here we have the Colosseum, Train, Dominate. Okay, so one-sided. You have Olympus, Convert, Design, the conversion stuff, and so on. More Punchboards. Alright. Here, more Punchboards. Oh, this is all the way around. There you go. So these you then put into your player boards. And these are also all powers, of course. Okay. There you go. And here as well. And then this one, the last one. Yep. Okay. So then we have these trays. Okay. So as far as I can tell, the trays are the same. There's these four anyway, so I'm guessing these will be the player trays. You see here that these will fit in here. So basically all the players' stuff should go in there. I haven't seen a cheat sheet yet where things are supposed to go, but I'm sure it exists somewhere. We might encounter it, we might not. We have to wait and see, I guess. But these, of course, are the individual tokens for each player, which I'll have to go and check out, I guess. So first, let's take a look at purple. Okay. There we go. And I'll add yellow to the mix. I always have mixed feelings with white printing on yellow pieces because it's not that easy to see. As you can see, there's a purple piece missing because it's probably been catapulted in there somewhere, so I'll find it later. And then we have the green pieces as well. You can see the buildings are the same. It's just the player pieces that are different. And blue, finally, or lastly anyway. There we go. And then we also have this, which I imagine is the round marker. Ah, here's the other purple one. Yeah. So round marker has left us, but I'll show you when it comes back later on. Okay, so you can see the rest is empty. So it's game trace that did the trace. So empty, empty, empty. And then here is another green building, right? And this one just has standees. So I will show you, but actually not that big of a deal, as you can see. And then we also have the minis. The minis I'm going to show you with my other camera because it captures the detail much better than this GoPro that I'm using. You might wonder, why are you using a GoPro? Well, you know, whatever. Lack of other cameras, I guess. So, okay, let's do this one first. This is the workshop. Okay, the forge. All right. Okay, the Moirai. The underworld. Okay. Reminds me a little bit of Tidal Blades, all these different parts, the Oracle. I'll go through that. I'll do this first, because this is supposed to be the board, right? Or at least the biggest board, because there's several boards. There we go. It does look nice. It looks pretty. Yeah. Okay, so this is the mortal world. You can see it here, the mortal world, yeah. And I guess there's nothing on the back. There is not. Okie dokie. So, let's close this up. Alright, so for this part, I'm gonna sit down. Okay, so here we have several help booklets. Okay, so basically it's a mini player aid booklet. So I like this. What I just talked about, the BGG, is not necessary because you have the technologies right in here. So if someone says, oh, it's the AJ Cannon, you can just check what it does here. So at least I guess that will make it a little bit easier. Because people online said it is good, but it should have been bigger. Actually, it should have had more stuff in there. So they're all the same, obviously. Okay. So I'm just going to take everything out of the box now one by one and show you. So these are the cubes. So we have some crystals here, right? Alright, so they'll go in here. I wonder if the round marker goes in there, the one that escaped, but we'll find it later. And here we have the crystal ones, who apparently don't want to leave their bag. Okay, not the crystal ones, the silver ones. Nice and shiny, right? With the light on it. Okay. Alright. Whatever else goes in there, we will check later. There's another one of these here. So if I had to guess, it would be that you divide it between these two, and then there's two on the side, and then people can just easily reach it, you know. All right, then there's some other cubes here. Once again, these will all be separated over the player boards because that's where they're going. Just cubes for different players, right? Okay. Next, we have more tokens. These are people. Some of them are a little bit more worse for wear. Like for example, this guy. He's had a run-in with a couple of gods, I guess. But it's kind of cool that they have the little print there. It's cool. At first, I thought it was like meat from far away, but they're just meeples. I'm gonna leave them in the bag for now because I don't really know where they go, so I don't want to have them clog up stuff. All right, and then we have some cards here, bigger cards. So is this one that opens easily? It is. Nice. Love this. All right. So let's take a look, because some of these seem like quests. So put this here. These seem like player aids. Yeah, these are all player aids basically. So let's take a look at that first. So Zoo is player aid. These enhancements and everything. So it is good that they have so much stuff to help you. The Poseidon. It even has helpful tips for playing Poseidon. So what you should do as quickly as possible. Right? Athena. Hades. And classic mode game phases. On the back it has dual mode game phases. Then these are scenarios, I imagine. Rebirth, Thief, Betrayal, Providential Confusion, Disordered Cosmos. Yeah, special rules. Alright. Then dual mode, Proud. Dual mode, Humble. Yeah, not Kendrick Lamar, but still humble. And then here, these are, I believe, quests. So yeah, these are quest cards. 17 are epic, and then the others are confrontation. So I don't really know exactly how you can tell the difference because the backs are all the same. But okay, never mind. So we're just here for the art anyway at this point. So we have In Search of the Golden Fleece, Shadow of Nyx, Sphinx Enigma, and In the Traces of Gaia, Pandora's Box, Retrace the 12 Labors, Steal the Golden Apples, Claim the Augean Stables, Master the Cretan Bull, Locate and Find Nike, Resurrection of Alcestis, Steal Hippolyta's Girdle, Establish an Underwater Network, Capturing the Mares of Diomedes, Seal Echidna, Capture the Cattle of Geryon, or Gerion, Slaying of the Stymphalian Birds, Vanquish the Lernian Hydra, my goodness, Tame Cerberus, Struggle against Antaeus, so cool, Kill the Nemean Lion, Capture the Cyrenian Hind, Stop Ceto, oh nice, The Amazons, Metamorphosis of Lycon. So these are all red. Maybe these are the confrontational ones. Phase Myrmidons. I think so, yeah. Trap the Erymanthian Boar. Jesus. Eradicate the Chimera. The Invincible Giant Alcyonius. The Battle of Thermopylae. Jewel Busiris. Wrestle against Eurytion. Decapitate Medusa. Okay, I'm very sorry for the pronunciations for most of these. It's probably a bad idea to do it that way, but anyway. Alright, so that's that deck done. Might as well put it back where I found it. It's easier to clean up later. Then we have this little deck here, which hopefully will open up just as easily as the others. It does seem to be that way. Yeah, cool. Alright, so these tiny cards are combat cards, 18 per player. So depending on your color, that's what you get. So they do look a little bit different, you know. So I'm just going to go over the little poses, which I really like. But once again, because of the art, the actual text is a lot smaller. So these seem to be, yeah, so it's pretty cool. It's very cool, actually. Yeah, they really went all out. We have Zeus. Sorry, Poseidon. That was Zeus. This is Poseidon. Very cool. Then after Poseidon, we have Athena. Is she just launching the bird or what? Cool. And then after Athena, we have a couple of cards of Hades, but there's another deck coming. Yeah, it's cool. You know, I really like that they did the art like for these cards as well, because I really do think most companies would not do that. Just be like, yeah, it's okay, it's a battle card, just put some numbers on it or whatever. But yeah, they really went for it art-wise. So we continue with Hades. And then we move on to Colosseum. Nice, nice, nice. There's a lot of Colosseum cards. Of course there are doubles, as you've noticed already, but sometimes there's one that isn't a double, so that's why I'm going through them like this. So a lot of Colosseum cards. And then we have these ones here at the end. Argos Plague, Skepticism, Temple of Apollo, and the Parthenon Aura. They have other backs. They have these fire backs, which means that these cards are actually premonition cards. Alright, and the Colosseum cards you just saw, those are combat cards from the Colosseum. Alright, and then we have a couple of small cards left, and then just the miniatures. And then that will be the core box, and then we only have 4 more boxes to go. Huh. Alright, so let's take a look at the backs first. So these are slightly different, these are slightly different, these are different but same style. These are numbers. These are more premonition cards. Okay, but and even these are still mostly the same. Mostly different with art-wise. Some of them do copy, but it's just the place that has different art, like Underworld, and then Forge, Lemnos, the Moirai, Olympus, Oracle, Sparta, Vision, and Mortal World. The Visions are actually 3 different ones. Yeah. And the Mortal World. Alright. Let's see these 2. Influence Victory, Awakening Victory, and Oracle's Grasp. And then we have the swords. They're Hero of the Colosseum cards. Achilles, Calypso, Circe, Jason, and Oedipus. Alright, then we have these ones. These are the Primordial cards. We have Kronos, Pontus, Rhea, Uranus, Tartarus, Gaia, Nyx, Lethe, or Leth, Eros, and Erebos. Erebos, whatever. Okay, and then we have these numbers. These numbers are Divine Pillar cards. So basically these are like action cards that you can take. Okay, all right, so those are all the cards and everything else. So these will go back in the box, and let's take a look at the miniatures. Okay, so let's take a look. I'm doing this handheld though, so just so you know. But you can see the miniatures are pretty sweet. All right. Okay, that's one. Number 2. Yeah, very nice. Number 3. Poseidon. Of course, before that was Hades, and the first one was Zeus. This trident is so cool. And finally, Athena. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, those are miniatures. Okay, so the next box is Apollo. As you can see, 2 to 4, 30 minutes, 14 plus. Same thing, just a white box. So what is this going to contain? It's just going to contain Apollo as a character. So I'm going to magically open the box. Okay, so this is what was inside the box. The box actually opened from the top, so you can't even open it like this. So yeah. So obviously this is what we've actually already seen before. The only difference is the brown pieces. So I'll just show you the round ones because they are different. Of course, his color is brown. So the two round pieces look like this. There we go. Looks pretty cool if you ask me. Not that you did, but whatever. I'll put it here for now. This might not be the spot for them, but whatever. We'll figure that out at a later date. And then we have the cards here, which we'll also check out because it's different for him than the others. So he has a crossbow. Cool. Yeah, this art, I really dig it. Okay, cool. So these will most likely go like this. So I'm gonna close this up again. I think I will make a reboxing video. I don't know if many people are gonna watch it because it's been so late, but these are actually also just for me. So I'm gonna open it. Normally I don't because it causes too much sound, but I think it's okay for just once, right? Anyway, here we go. Apollo. Pretty cool. Gives an Indiana Jones vibe, honestly. Nice. All right. Then his stuff. All right. You can already see the rest here. What's coming. So. All right. So his tokens. All right. The standees and some of his technologies, I guess you could say. All right. And then these are his enhancements, apparently they're called. Here we go. Oh, sorry. Here we go. Boom. There we go. And then we have, last but not least, the mini. And I do believe the mini fits in the box as well. Okay. Alright, I'm going to use my other camera for this. Actually, no. You know what? I think it should be fine. Because just one. I don't want to switch cameras for that. But yeah, it definitely gives off a vibe. Yeah. Indiana Jones vibe. Oh, we're still looking for Indiana Jones. And then here we have some other cards. It's his, of course, it's the player aids, of course. Yeah. So, okay, the traits. Also, these are traits and special technologies, yeah. Enhancements. And of course, how you should play with Apollo. Right. Okay, cool. So that's the Apollo box. Next up is Divine Betrayal. Okay, so this is the Divine Betrayal box. Okay, you can see it looks really nice. The side 1 to 4. So this introduces solo, if I'm not mistaken. And here, nothing. The sides are nothing special, honestly. The back shows this: thwart a terrible plot. Play as a sneak, visit Tartarus, release prisoners, fight alone or together. So the Kronos module allows you to play a whole new game mode where you work cooperatively to defeat Kronos. Alright, so let's take a look. What is in here? I don't think there will be art on the inside. No. But there is a rulebook. So let's take a look at that. Okay, Hermes' interview. Okay. New cards. Module 2 Hermes. Module 3 Tartarus. So So different modules with game changes and so on. Module 4 Chrono, so that's basically the solo. Okay. Alright. It does seem to be pretty fleshed out. Okay. Solo game as well. So there's only 3 rule changes, so it's nice. And it also says if you play solo, which ones are easy and which ones are hard. So, okay. Nice. Alright, so I'm going to pause. Okay, so here we have Hermes. Okay, he's arrogant. Messenger of the gods, of course. Pretty cool. Alright, and then we have Tartarus. And we have Punchboard and Hermes' stuff. As you can see, Hermes. And here are the 2 traits, I guess, Kratos and Ananke. Kratos immediately makes me think of boy. Alright, so here standees, technologies. Alright. I like this one. Alright, and then we have here the amazing board of Chronos. That just looks awesome. That looks really awesome. Wow. I guess there's nothing on the back. No. Alright, and here Hermes' enhancements. Up. Alright, so this will be for Hermes then, as we know. Hermes' cheat card. Let me quickly open that. So how you should play with him, enhancements and everything else. So then the Chronos mode. Alright. And then we have this here, which we'll take a look at. So I'm going to move this up and I'm going to take off the plastic of everything and then we'll go through it. Okay, so first the Hermes tokens and also a blue token. That's for something else, obviously. Here we go. That's okay. Nothing too special or crazy. And then we have some standees. Then we have some cubes for Hermes, which I'm not going to take out. Then we have Hermes himself. Okay. Like I said, for one miniature, I'm not going to take out the other camera. Okay, it's a bit silly. But the miniature is nice. The miniature is nice. Alright, and then there's the cards. I'll be right back. Okay, so most of these cards have something to do with the Chronos expansion. For example, these cards, these are the Anthropos concept cards. So you can see they all have art again at the bottom. So it's pretty cool that they included all of this. So we're just going to go through one by one and show you the art. Yeah. Oh. It's really cool. And it's so much different art for all these different cards. My goodness. They really, art-wise, they really put a lot in this game. Jeez. And I'm loving every single bit of it. So many games would just take like one graphic or whatever and then just repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. This one is not the Chronos module, I should say module, not expansion. This one is part of the Tartarus expansion, isn't it? I thought so, that I noticed something like that. No, it's not from Hermes. These are the combat cards. Yeah, oh, of course, I just flipped it over. And here we have him. Wow. Reminds me a bit of Naruto, all these moves. Yeah. Yeah. Hermes. All right. Next up, these cards with a white back are not Hermes. It is not Tartarus, and it is not new cards or whatever. So I'm guessing it is part of the Chronos, which I'm now trying to get to. Yeah, it is. They're Avatar combat cards. Okay. Nice. Yeah, it would be so easy to just repeat the art here and then, but you know, every card, different art is, yeah, it's really getting spoiled actually, I feel. Okay, this one I'm a little bit unsure of because it doesn't seem to be part of the Chronos expansion, so maybe it's Tartarus again. Yeah, these are the 40 corruption cards. So I'm not going to go through these because they have no art, okay? So that's it. Then the other stuff is actually Chronos. For example, this one. This is the concept cards, the Temnin. They're all concept cards. This is Temnin. This is Gonos. This is Cosmos. So once again, so much art to look at. Yeah. Obliterate this card. Okay. Okay, some are the same here. Yeah. Yeah, this whole mythology thing is really one of my favorite themes as well. And then adding the whole like Sansea flavor on top of it, it's pretty cool to see it happen, right? Okay. All these different arts. Yeah, it's a bit surprising as well. There's so much art. There's no mention of the designer. There's no mention of the artists. Or maybe I just didn't see it. Could be possible. I mean, I'm sure if you go to BGG, you see all that. You know, that's pretty obvious. But okay, we're almost done with this one. Okay. So next up is the Cosmos concept cards. Okay. I really can't wait to play this. It doesn't necessarily look easy, and like I said, on the internet, on the BGG, the forums there are some people who are giving this game a 6, other people are giving it a 9. Yeah, so it seems like the opinions kind of vary, but everybody agrees on that it is taxing to learn because of the asymmetry, because of getting to know your character and so on, and some are easier than others. That's all normal, right? I mean, with these kind of games, it's not really a surprise. And if you don't want to put the time in to actually get to know the game, then it's going to be a problem. Okay, then we have these other cards: Ixion, Pandora, Prometheus, the Danaides, Tantalus. Okay. Alright, and then we have these 3 here: Destructive Disorder, Removing Filthiness, and Mercenary. And we have these here: Hemera, Hyperion, Ether, and Chronos. And these ones, Tantalus, Ixion, the same thing as before. All right. And these are the Chronos cards, I guess. Chronos, Kairos, and Aeon. All right, so I'm going to put all these cards back in that box, and then we're going to go move on to the next one. Okay, so this is the next one, Cataclysm, here at the bottom, you can see it. And I'll just check the back. It just says, fight to stop the end of the world. Play as an exceptional huntress, discover the secret of the outer limits, upgrade your mark suit, and defend the ancient world. All right, so it also says 2 to 4. So this is another not solo mode, I guess. But I guess you can still play this solo as well. All right, let's take a look. Okay, so here's Cataclysm. And the art is always so pretty. Like, most likely I won't keep the boxes. I'll just keep the main or main 2 or whatever. But I kind of want to keep it because it looks so nice. But yeah, no space, man. No space. All right, so let's take a look at the rulebook for Cataclysm. Recording session X140-182. Model 1 Artemis, of course. Model 2 Cataclysm. All right. New terminology, how to play, how to win, of course. Defend, chaos, the hanger board, MK technology tiles, and an overview of a game turn and so on. Okay. And then I'll unpack all of this. Okay, so first we have the outer limits board. Pretty big. Okay. Then we have Artemis, and this also looks so pretty. Look at this. That is so pretty. Nice. Okay, so pretty. I don't mean pretty nice. Okay, here we go. So Artemis, all right. There we go, the MK ones. The enhancements for Artemis. There we go. And then here we have all the MK stuff for everybody. For example, this is Zeus, right? Then we have Poseidon. Then we have Athena. Then we have Hades. And we have Hermes. Then we have Aphrodite. No, I'm saying Aphrodite. Yeah, Aphrodite, yeah, Aphrodite. And we have Ares. Then Gemini. And finally, Alexikakos. Oh, Apollo, sorry. Apollo, not Alexikakos. Apollo. All right. Cool. So then we have this, which is, of course, again, a game player tray. So let's take a look at the markers. Yeah, good enough. 3 of them. Okay. And the cubes, of course, are orange, but no need to show those. And then we have the bigger one here, which I'll take out, and then we'll take a look at it up close. Okay, so first up are the hangers. It's not just one, it's one for each player. They got 4 hangers, right? And this is also where your suit will be hung when you actually build it, when you make it, and so on. Then we have a bunch of white cubes. No need to open that, they're just typically white cubes, typical white cubes. Standees, okay. Here is the miniature, okay. Really cool, this action shot. And for the size of a miniature, it's actually really well detailed as well. Okay. Alright, then we have some bigger cards, and then of course we also have the Artemis battle cards and so on. We'll see later. So there's one like this, and there's a bunch like this, one like this, and the rest is all this. So let's take a look. Study debris, fall of monuments, destroyed villages, follow the leads, locate injured heroes. A bunch of other stuff, bypass and analyze chaos, temple collapse, burning forest, soiled ground, growing fear, it's like all negative, strange smokers, ultimate sacrifice, invisible presence, artificial lake, primordial seal, fresco of Ananke, blinding glow, tactical tagging, antique weapon cache, and aura of destruction. Alright, then we have the Artemis card, saying how you should play. Alright. And all the enhancements. Well, not how you should play, but it's probably wise to play like this. So this is the blue side for Apollo MK2. And this is the basically the side with all the information. So Artemis MK2, like this really reminds me of Sensei and everything. Ares MK2, Aphrodite MK2, Hermes, Hades, Athena, Poseidon, wow, that looks really cool, and Zeus. Okay. So then we have one large card, which is Chaos, basically the scenario. And then there's only one deck of small cards, so no need to pause for that normally, unless of course I fail to actually open it. Okay, no, it's fine. So of course we have the cards for Artemis. One, there we go. Very cool. Very, very, very cool. All right, and then we have these ones. Okay. So once again, the art is there. We're almost there. Precise strike, eater of hope, misdirected shot, suffocating aurora, simulation, mental deflection. All right. And here we have Argos, Athens, Elise, Lemnos, Sparta. Okay. And then Living Weapon, World Rampart, and Understanding the Outer Limits. Okay. So we're almost done, because this box is now done. So we'll go over to Love and Hate. Okay, so here we have it. The Love and Hate expansion. Alright. You've actually already heard it through this unboxing, what the new characters are. Obviously, with Love, it's going to be Aphrodite. And I think it's Ares, the other one, that we haven't seen yet. I do think so. So, before we do anything else, as you can see, I'm taking off the plastic. Before we do anything else, of course, we're going to check out the box, see what's on the side, and so on. Alright, so that's gone. Up. So the side looks like this. So you see it always has original art, the other side as well. There we go. And then the other side is not really worth it. The back, it says love or hate, choose your side. Play as the goddess of love, play as the god of war. Okay. Okay, let's take a look up. What's inside? Probably a rulebook. Oh, but I'm gonna have to take all this stuff off again. I'll be right back. Okay, first we'll start with Aphrodite. Okay. Very cool. And then we move on with Ares. which is also pretty badass. Yeah. Okay, then we have this, which will be tossed. And then we have the enhancements, of course. First for Aphrodite. There we go. And then for Ares, sorry. Okay, then the Punchboards. Okay. All right. Standees. It really makes me think of Bison from Street Fighter. Okay. So then we have the cards, of course, for Aphrodite and Ares. I imagine they're both of them in there. Be nice if I got the card out. Okay. So as I said, Aphrodite and Ares, how to play them, and their enhancements. Okay. So then we have this one here. So we'll just check the cards. It's only a small deck. Okay. So we have Aphrodite. And some really nice art as usual. Okay, still Aphrodite. And now it's Ares with his gigantic shield. Okay. The art remains cool, of course. Alright, so those are the cards for both of them. Alright. I'll put it in here for now. And then let's take a look at their pieces. Of course, the cubes are not resistant. This really looks like a Valentine's Day package, okay? These are just the cubes, red and pink. But then let's take a look at their symbols or their emblems. Come on, open up. Alright, so here we go. Yeah. It's pretty nice. Okay, let's get this out of the way. And then the last part, there's foam here, but there's nothing underneath, so the foam is not really necessary. We have more standees, and then we have two minis. We have this one. So of course Aphrodite. And then we have the biggest figure of the game, Ares. Whoa. Yeah. Nice. Okay, there's nothing underneath here, right? Nope. Alright, so that basically concludes unboxing of all the boxes. I do believe that not everything fits in one box. I'm pretty sure it's going to be two boxes. This one and then the green one. But we'll see. Okay, at this point in time, I bid you farewell and adieu. And I'll see you next time. My name is Joachim and always will be. This was So Many Games All the Time. Bye bye.